All right, y'all. Over the weekend, Deion Sanders fired up a crowd of alumni, former players, and other VIPs celebrating his acceptance of head coach at Colorado. Now, at the press conference, he had to say this about going to Colorado.
I know y'all been hearing the rumors and everything that's been transpiring around about my whereabouts and what I'm going to do. And I'd like for y'all to hear it from me and not from anyone else. It is what it is. Either in coaching, you get elevated or you get terminated. Ain't no other way. You either elevated or terminated. And it ain't no graveyard for coaches where they die at the place. It don't work like that. They either gonna run you off or you gonna walk off upon your own recognizance. I've chosen to accept the job elsewhere next year. I'm gonna finish what we started. We're gonna dominate. I'm gonna be here to that end and that conclusion. And then when that conclusion, we will move on.
Now, to put this in perspective, Deion made roughly $1.2 million for the 4 years plus incentive at Jackson State. His new deal is worth $29.5 for 5 years plus incentives.
Yeah, so why does Deion have fans up in arms right now? He spent 3 seasons at Jackson State and led them to an undefeated season this past year, gotten JSU on the national spotlight, bringing in more donations and also highlighting athletics at HBCUs across the country.
But now for some leaving that number 1 ranked Jackson State to go to 1-11 Colorado at a predominantly white college feels like fans were pimped. Now, an article on Deadspin said he used Jackson State and HBCUs like cheap prostitutes to further his self-promotion. They continued that Sanders sold out, quote, the culture, and used the excuse, I got the program on ESPN, as the only argument.
So people on social media have been going in all weekend. Did Deion make a smart business decision for himself, or did he let down the culture to sell out for a bigger check? Rock T, what's your take?
Yeah, man. So let me say this first of all. I didn't think that he would accept the Power 5 offer this year, but let me say that I'm proud of Prime. I'm happy for Prime, him and his family, as he prepares for the next journey of his life. And in my opinion, Colorado got the best man for the job, and he is going to turn that program around and continue to be a powerful, positive impact in these kids' lives. Now, the backlash. Here's why he's getting a lot of backlash against everything that he has been preaching about wanting to get HBCU football programs and facilities on the same level as Power 5 programs. He's wanting the top recruits to strongly think about and considering choosing an HBCU over a Power 5 school. He was wanting HBCUs to be good enough to compete against Power 5 schools, and he was on his way of turning Jackson State into one of those powerhouse type teams. So that's where all the backlash is coming from about, okay, you put your foot in your mouth, you said all this or whatever. Now let me finish. Let me say this part real fast. You can't, and this is just my opinion, you can't determine what's best for a man's decision to kind of continue to grow and escalate. This is an amazing opportunity for him and his family. And why wouldn't you want to get a promotion at your job? Why wouldn't you want to grow up the corporate ladder? Why wouldn't I think I heard Special K say this. He don't have to do nothing else for Jackson State or any other HBCU program, because what he's done over the last 3 years has been amazing. And they should say thank you. Thank you for doing what you did.
And how much do you owe once you put yourself out there? He volunteered to go to Jackson State. How much do you owe when you volunteer to do something? How much of your life do you have to give to a situation to feed the culture?
It's going to take a whole Rickey Smiley Unleashed. The stuff that I saw on the internet yesterday, yes, it's definitely disappointing to see him go. I'm an HBCU graduate. It turned my stomach like butterflies. I had all kind of anxiety. I just couldn't rest. I get it. I understand. However, what I'm gonna save mine for Unleashed, because like mine is real deeper. About some of the same, along some of the same lines what Rock T was saying, but I'm just I'm real angry at the disrespect. That's what I'm angry about. And then I'm gonna level that thing off and give you some more examples and some more analogies to take a look at to compare to this situation and to have a real conversation about it in the next up and coming Rickey Smiley Unleashed, because Deion is a personal friend. You know what I'm saying? He's a personal friend. He supported this morning show from day one when we had karaoke. He shared, he's always shared with us in anything that he could do for this morning show, which he has. He has came every time we asked him to, and he's just good people. But I don't see nothing that he's done wrong. I want to know what y'all think. Get at me, 866-9-RICKY, 866-9. Well, I know Gary guys like Gary, Deion, that's your personal friend.
Yes, most definitely. I was on his TV show. I know him and all his family, his mama, everybody. But I mean, people just, it's amazing what people are saying and doing. But honey, I'm just letting y'all talk. Go ahead.
And what, Gary, Deion came to the morning show just to argue with you.
Exactly, all the time. So I love Deion, honey. But, people just say and do what they want to do. And so, but it's amazing, though. But I can't wait till you do this Unleash.
Well, listen. I ain't never been so mad in my life when I saw what went on in that stadium yesterday. And I just really want to hear the other side of the argument. And here, well, we got some callers. Right now. We're gonna about to go to the calls right now. Let's go. Good morning.
My thoughts is you can't have players go to one school and you tell them not to go to a HBCU, then you take and go to a rich college and you tell players to go to a HBCU. Have one standards for you and one standards for the players. Players want to go to the best opportunity they can go to too.
Sure, I have a quick pro and con. My pros is that it was nice that he brought Jackson State back to prominence and he brought all the entities in there to help a HBCU. But my con is that when he was called out not being SWAC, that stands to be true too, because if you were SWAC, you live, eat, and breathe it, and you would die with it, and you would never leave it. So we scream and holler about how they need to hire black coaches. And once they hire the black coaches, now we calling them a sellout. I say, hey, he did what he had to do. He been spending his salary on advancing the school, and at the same time, his assistant coaches wasn't getting paid. So, hey, congratulations to him.
Well, me as a Jackson State alumni, I just feel like that we were fooled. He told us something in the beginning and got everybody to support him, and then all of a sudden something pops up, he takes the first thing that comes. And to us, we just feel like we've been misguided or lied to. I think that's the problem with a lot of the people that went to Jackson State. We just didn't feel like he was honest with us at first.
Okay, wait a minute, hold on. Did y'all watch the 60 Minutes interview? He ain't never said that he. Go back and look at the interview on 60 Minutes. He said he was very clear. If other opportunities came, he stayed 3 years. I didn't even know it was that long. I thought it was a second. He stayed 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at the whole 60 Minutes thing that they did on Deion Sanders, it kind of put a lot of stuff into perspective or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
When somebody steps out of a situation that he stepped out of, he was very comfortable in retirement, financially very comfortable, just very comfortable in retirement. But when he volunteered to step out of that comfort zone and go to a struggling situation like Jackson, in a struggling city, in a situation that he didn't have to be in, he did that out of his own character.
Let me ask
you
this,
how much do you owe somebody in that situation? How many years of your life do you have to give before you're not considered a sellout for moving on?
Let me ask you this: did somebody counter offer? Did somebody say, "Okay, we don't have $5 million, but we got 3.5.
Come on now.
We can give you the other $2 million in incentives.
Come on now.
We can give you a percentage of the ticket sales at the stadium.
Let's talk about those ticket sales at the
Jackson
stadium.
Did anybody make a counter offer to Deion Sanders to get him to stay? Did alumni or even the commissioner from the SWAC, did anybody say, hey, man, you bringing a whole lot of money here. Let's break bread. Deion, if you stay here, we'll give you some control over this, that. We'll do some split, because we did see an increase in the numbers of attendance or whatever. I know sometimes when I perform, I get a door deal. You understand? When I go into these damn comedy clubs, ain't nobody finna just keep making money, and then I don't make no money, and I'm selling tickets or I'm bringing some kind of excitement to the comedy club, and I don't get a percentage of that door.
Well, let me close out by saying this, Rick. Not to stay on this ticket sale situation. Not only is he almost selling out the stadium at Jackson State, the home games.
Come on now.
But he's selling out road games. So he's putting money into the opponent's pockets as well. Because when Jackson State and Deion Sanders co-play, anybody on the road, everybody want to see that game. So that stadium is full as well. So come on, man. I mean,
I'm just saying, Rock T. You know, if the commissioner said, "Hey, man, if you go down and you sell tickets at the Mercedes Stadium in Jackson State playing FAMU or whatever, we know you bringing a lot of swag or whatever. We'll give you, here's a bonus structure that we'll set up for you for every game that you sell out, and then we'll give you another check for $100,000 to go toward the athletic program." It's business, black folks. We so caught up in our feelings or whatever, we forget that this is a business. I ain't seen nothing on the internet where somebody made a counter offer or gave him a choice. Hey, either this or that. It wasn't no this or that. It was that. So we're going to be talking about it. I got a whole lot of breakdown because I'm going to talk about the culture. I'm going to talk about the culture on the next Rickey Smiley Unleashed. Since everybody feel like everybody got to be dedicated to the culture, I'm going to show you what the culture did. Look at what the culture did while he was on the field. The culture. Right? Because the thing is, thank you, Deion.
Come on now.
Not by Deion. Thank you, Deion. That was wrong. And it was very disrespectful. Look at all the videos with the football players in the locker room talking about F you, Deion, and